Hey everyone, my name is Heather Havenwood. Welcome to my first live on YouTube. I am going to be talking to you about someone who's actually a huge YouTube freak. He's a YouTuber channel guy, Roberto Blake. I've never heard of him. He's here on YouTube. He's awesome. And I got an opportunity to meet him at FinCon a couple of weeks ago in Orlando. And I want to share with you something that we talked about yesterday. So I'm working with Roberto, full disclosure. And I got an opportunity to talk to him yesterday. He texted me and said, hey, calling for a quick 10 minutes chat. I think 2.5 hours later, we got the phone. But we had this great conversation about podcasting and the future of podcasting and YouTube. And so just if you've never seen me before, you know who the hell I am. It's fine. My name is Heather Havenwood. I've actually been online since 99. My first business online was 05. That went from $0 to $1 million. And I do a couple things, but I'm actually the creator of Influencer Growth Formula. And one of the things I'm really working on with my clients and people now is exactly what is working today as a content creator. Okay, so a couple things. So here's a cool thing about Roberto, right? So Roberto is this massive, amazing YouTuber and content creator machine. I do podcasting and use podcasting as a content creation. Inside of that, I found that they kind of marry each other. So the reason I'm hiring Roberto is because I really want to create a YouTube channel, which I'm doing now. And so I had a question for him. I said, my first question I had for him, because he just got back from Vin Summit, I said, am I late to the party? He's like, no, you're not late to the party. Here's why you're not late to the party, Heather. Number one, Google is only 10 years old. That is a decade. That is not very long. The AI, the intelligence, is just now figuring things out, and it's becoming more sophisticated more and more. It's learning how we talk, what we want, and all that good stuff. Number one. Number two, the demographics of Google, or YouTube, has completely changed. So when it first got started, it wasn't as mainstream as it is today, right? So what I call the early adopters, and then now we have mainstream. We're really kind of up a mainstream right now and growing for YouTube. I really believe that. So with that said, right, why do you give a shit, right? Why you care is that if you're an influencer or want to be an influencer, or you're an author, speaker, or if you're a business owner in any way, or you're a content creator, now is the time to start a YouTube channel, but also now's the time to start a podcast. Let me talk about my expertise in podcasting. So podcasting, I look at podcasting is not as a podcast. It's a content creation formula machine. So when I work with my clients in podcasting launch, by the way, I have launched 8 brands this year alone in 2018. So what I do is I work with clients and I work with them on launching their entire podcast. But it's not a podcast, it's a brand asset. Just like a channel is not a channel, it's a brand asset. It truly is a brand asset. And you've got to look at it that way. It is an asset to you, a long-term asset that if you don't actually look at that way and take it really seriously, it's just going to be another thing that you do. So you don't want to do that. So here's what I learned in launching so many shows this year and other people's brands. You learn a lot when you're working on other people's products and their messaging and their brand, their business. You learn so much. So a couple of things I've learned what's working, not working, what people really want. And I'm learning that it's becoming more and more mainstream to do podcasts because it's such a great networking tool. It's a great content creation machine. It's an opportunity to get your message out there, to kind of bypass becoming the actual media, bypass different traffic sources. Think about podcasting just like YouTube. It's a long-term game. Don't expect to do one podcast and be done, one video and be done, one channel and be done, one podcast a couple times and done. That's not how this shit works. Roberto and I talked about. The other thing that I thought was really interesting about the conversation I had with Roberto is I said to him, look, I'm just me. I'm a girl over 40, just trying to make it in life, just trying to help more people really grow their businesses online and taking all my expertise for the last 15 years and helping more and more people. And I said, I don't look like, I'm not 20, right? I don't look like Marie Folio. I didn't get my hair done for you guys. I didn't spend hours in the studio getting my hair done. Okay. Look, I didn't. It's just me. It's just me. And he said to me, I think you're overthinking it. One, you don't have to have a full studio. There's no one behind this camera right now. It's just me. It's just me and you having a conversation. I think it was really brilliant because I know for me as a woman, I have a really hard time getting in front of the camera, believe it or not, because I'm constantly thinking, does this outfit look okay? My makeup okay? Blah. Not even thinking about the content. I mean, at the end of the day, I've been doing online marketing for almost 15 years. Um, and the wealth of knowledge that I have is incredible. And it's just time that I start sharing more and more. I've built so many different businesses online. I've been behind the scenes. Some of them have been the front of the scenes. Sometimes I've been the side. Either way, I've built and managed and co-created a lot of money online. And so now's the time for me to get out there and help people. So, okay, going back to what Roberta said. Roberta said that, you have the bell curve, right? So YouTube right now is it's in midstream. I don't think it's peaked yet. It's definitely midstream. But it's normal now for people any age, 40, 50, 60, to get on YouTube and do search. Like it doesn't bother them. It used to be it was a really early adopter, and it used to be a 20-something kind of crowd, 30-something crowd. It is no longer that. It is truly 40s, 50s, 60s. So, why not? I feel like for myself, the people that are going to be resonating with me are people that are like me, people that are work from home, people that are freelancers, they work at co-working spaces, whatever. They work somewhere where they're maybe isolated. Maybe maybe they're at a coffee shop, maybe they're at a co-working space, maybe they're at home all day, right? But they actually want to build a connection with someone who's like, hey, I'm doing the same thing you are. I'm just over here building a business, right? I'm just like you, trying to have a great life and focus on things that I love, focus on things that work for me. And I just want to give you guys strategy and monetization strategies that really work. So let's go back to the two things that I want to talk to you about why I'm even doing this video. The two things, but this is the foundation of my entire business model. The two things that every business owner is missing is power and confidence. Let me break that down though. Okay. What the hell does that mean? So power is the ability to act. The ability to act means you have the actual skills to act. That means you have the ability to use the skills, not just go through a course. You actually have the ability to use the skills and then act. That is power. So that could be, you have a network, you have resources, you actually have a skill in copywriting, skill in web design, whatever your skill is, you have that skill. Okay. And then the next phase of that is confidence. Confidence is the power to act, the actual execution of it. So you have to have both step one, step two to be able to execute any idea out there. All right. So with that said, that's what my entire, business model is about, my coaching is about, influencer growth formula is about, is I really help clients with those two things. What's in loss of power? What are the resources, the people, the network, the group, the skill are you missing to act on? Like the ability to act. And then let's focus on the confidence, which is the mindset issue. The confidence, right? The confidence to actually execute, to have the idea and execute it out there. And I'm realizing that very few people actually have that ability to actually take an idea, right? Take an idea they have and then completely execute it, that it goes out there in the world. I have done this over and over and over and over and over again, right? I've built many businesses with business partners and whatnot, and that being able to take an idea, concept, make it in reality, execute it, have people actually purchase it. That takes something. Anybody can have an idea, but it takes something to actually be able to take that idea and put it into reality. So I hope this video helps. I want to try to keep this under 10 minutes as much as I possibly can. If you like, great. Subscribe, great. If you don't like it, great. Either way, my name is Heather Havenwood, and I hope to talk to you real soon. This is Influencer Growth Formula.